Hey everyone, this is Mrs. Stull, and I am going to read to you today a story about giant pandas off of Epic. This is a website that most of your teachers have given you information on how to log into. If you're interested in getting on Epic, I can help you, so you guys can just send me an email. I'm going to read about giant pandas. I'm kind of into pandas right now, if you can't tell. And this has the Fountas and Pinnell level right here. You can see that this book is a level X. So that means if you are reading like a Y or a Z, you guys can read this on your own, no problem. This is one of the books on Epic that does not read to you. However, Epic does have a lot of books that do read to you. So I do encourage you to get on here and read for yourself, because there's no better practice than actually reading a book for yourself. So you want to find those books that you can actually read that are on your independent level. And if you have questions at all about that as well, shoot me an email and I'll be happy to help you out with that. So let's read about Giant Pandas by Tom Grieve. Oh, look, here's a table of contents. So you guys might have noticed already, this is a nonfiction book. And in nonfiction books, we have table of contents. This is going to tell us what this book is about. So we can see that it says a black and white beauty. So it's probably going to talk about pandas' colors, a bear like no other, disappearing act, uncertain future, fight for survival, and prospects of recovery. So this book seems like it's going to talk about how pandas are endangered. Chapter 1, a black and white beauty. No animal in the world is more instantly recognizable than the giant panda bear. Contrasting colors make giant pandas stand out in the animal kingdom. Pandas look, eat, and act like no other animal on Earth, and they have nearly disappeared from our planet. Giant pandas are comfortable on the ground, but are capable of climbing trees to find food or a place to sleep. Giant pandas look like massive teddy bears. They have big fuzzy heads and white fur with black patches on their ears and eyes. Their legs and shoulders are also black. Okay, so you notice that I read the captions, which they're super important in nonfiction to read the captions because it'll give you more information. And you'll also notice that I read the heading. The heading is super important because it's going to tell you the main idea of what the section is about. We have worked a lot with the headings. Okay, Chapter 2. A bear like no other. All bears eat meat. Once in a while, giant pandas eat rodents or other small forest animals. Mostly they eat bamboo. Bamboo is hard, hollow plant that looks and feels like wood. It makes up 99% of a giant panda's diet, making it almost the only thing they eat. Did you know bamboo doesn't make a yummy snack for humans, but pandas love it? An adult giant panda can eat between 20 and 40 pounds, 9 to 18 kilograms of bamboo per day. The term giant panda sets it apart from its smaller red panda. Giant pandas are from the same family of species, which includes all types of bears. Red pandas are classified in their own species family. Red pandas are more closely resemble raccoons than bears. Pandas have a thumb-like sixth finger on their front paw. Its sole purpose is to help them grip bamboo for eating. No other kind of bear eats bamboo, and no other kind of bear has this thumb-like extra finger. A black bear's paw has 5 claws with no thumb. The extra part of the giant panda's paw is an extension of the wrist bone. The panda's thumb is a highly specialized trait that helps the animal survive in its bamboo forest habitat. Wow, pandas have thumbs. I did not know that. A fully grown adult giant panda can weigh between 200 and 250 pounds, 91 to 113 kilograms. Female pandas give birth to tiny, hairless, blind babies that only weigh about 5 ounces, 0.14 kilograms. The baby panda is roughly the size of a stick of butter. The babies, known as cubs, eat by nursing from their mother, but by 1 year of age, they have teeth and can eat solid food. Giant panda cubs weigh 45 kilograms or 99.2 pounds at 1 year old and live with their mothers until they're 18 to 2 years old. 18 months to 2 years old. Panda cubs are 1/900th the size of their mother. The difference in size is greater than any other land mammal on Earth. Size of a newborn giant panda. Look at this stick of butter. At 4 3/4 inches, 12 centimeters, a newborn giant panda is about the same size as a stick of butter. Wow, that is crazy. Guys, I want you to notice if I make a mistake on a word, I do go back and fix that mistake and I read the sentence again. That helps me understand what I've read. Chapter 3, Disappearing Act. Pandas are native to China. Over time, much of China's bamboo forests were cut down to make way for farmland. This deforestation took away the bamboo source the pandas needed to survive, leaving them isolated from one another and on the verge of extinction. Nearly 80% of China's bamboo forests have been lost due to deforestation. Did you know that panda bears without massive bamboo forests are a little like fish without water? In both cases, the animal depends on its habitat for survival. Without a plentiful supply of bamboo, giant pandas starve. Oh no. Chapter 4, Uncertain Future. There are less than 2,000 giant pandas living in the wild. The few wild pandas left live in clusters high in the The few wild pandas left live in clusters high in the mountainous bamboo forests of central China. With its thick fur and specialized claws and teeth, the panda is ideally suited for the cool, wet, and foggy conditions of China's remaining mountain forests. The giant panda is China's national animal. It is to China what the bald eagle is to the United States. Wow, I didn't think of it that way. Giant panda territories in China. So here's a map. I don't know if I can zoom. Oh, look. Here's this map, and you can kind of see, look, this is the key. Provinces occupied by giant pandas. Once plentiful in most of China, giant pandas now live in just 3 provinces. So here they are. You can see they're kind of in the middle of the country. And that's where all the giant pandas live. They said that they used to live all across here, but now they're kind of condensed down into just the middle. Wow. Will the page turn now? Uh-oh. There we go. Chapter 5, Fight for Survival. Scientists and animal experts are trying to protect the remaining wild giant pandas. China's government has created dozens of reserves and breeding centers to help captive pandas have babies. The breeding centers are meant to help restore the wild panda population. Did you know a major earthquake struck China in 2008? At least one giant panda died. Nearly all of Wulong's giant pandas had to be relocated for a time. Many giant panda houses were damaged in the 2008 Sichuan earthquake. Places like the Wulong Panda Reserve allow tourists to see the rare animal in its natural habitat. Female giant pandas have difficulty getting pregnant. Scientists at zoos and breeding centers use special methods to help females conceive. Did you know in 2006, a mother named Mei Mei gave birth to twin giant pandas in a Japanese zoo? Female pandas can have babies when they are as young as 4 years old until they are about 20. Good news, in 2006, more than 30 giant pandas were born in breeding centers and zoos worldwide. That's the largest number of captive giant panda births of any year on record. Chapter 6, Prospects for Recovery. Because humans have destroyed so much of the giant panda's habitat, the bears are struggling to survive. Slow rates of reproduction mean the species will remain endangered for a long time. Did you know captive giant pandas in China can live as long as 35 years? Scientists think pandas generally do not live as long in the wild. Giant pandas fascinate people, yet the animals are in a fight for survival. It's up to humans to protect the precious few that remain. China's government loans panda bears to zoos around the world, including 4 American zoos. This panda diplomacy helps educate people about the fragile status of the new giant pandas still living on Earth. Oh, so here's a glossary. Remember, we find glossaries at the end of nonfiction books. And I noticed as I was reading, if I go back, I can see some bold words. Remember, if you come across bold words that you don't know what they mean, check in the back of the book and see if they have a glossary. So here you can see the meaning of all of these words. So captive is someone kept in a protective pen or space, and so on. And that's the end. Here's an index. This can tell us where we can find information about these different words. Here's some websites that it gives you to visit to find out more about pandas and then about the author. Tom Grieve lives in Chicago with his wife and 2 children. They are frequent visitors of the Lincoln Park Zoo, where they love to look at bears of all kinds. Wow, look at that. Now, once you finish the book, what it's going to do is it'll give you some other suggestions for other books that you might like this cougar book. Mrs. Stull's very interested in that one. So isn't that neat? Look, da 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 da. Okay, I want to thank you for joining me for this reading of Giant Pandas. Have a good day. The difference in size is greater than almost any other land mammal on Earth. Really? And also, do not forget to read the, oh wow, why is my mind drawing a blank? The headings. Is that even what they're called? Now I gotta start clear out.